Okay, let's unpack this. We're seeing something uh, really fascinating unfolding right now in the digital world. It's kind of a paradox, actually.
Yeah, it really is a strange split.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On one side, you've got these AI models, these influencers just exploding, going viral, blurring lines between what's real and, well, what's not.
Uh-huh. Captivating huge audiences, building massive followings. It's pretty wild.
Totally wild. But then on the other side, you have the big platforms like YouTube specifically stepping in and drawing a really clear line, a bold line even.
Right, they're saying, hold on, not all content is created equal, especially when AI gets involved in certain ways. They're defining what's valuable, what's actually monetizable.
Precisely. So today, that's our deep dive. We're focusing right on this split. We'll look at the honestly dazzling success of a virtual AI influencer. Think Wimbledon, PIMS, the whole thing.
That Mia Zelu story, yeah. It really shows the aspirational power AI can have when it's done, intentionally.
Exactly. Intentionally. And then we'll pivot and contrast that with YouTube's big move defining and actually starting to demonetize certain kinds of AI-generated content.
The stuff they're calling AI slop.
That's the term, yeah.
So our mission
Disruptors.
today is really to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge from the sources we've looked at. We want to help you understand not just what's happening,
But the why behind it, why it matters for creators, especially those trying to, make a living from their content.
and for brands too, right? And really for anyone just trying to navigate this online content world that's changing so fast.
For sure.
We'll dig into what YouTube actually means by AI slop, why they're taking this stance now, and crucially for so many listening.
The practical stuff.
Yes, the practical stuff. A clear blueprint based on what the sources are saying for creators to adapt to make sure your content keeps making money, keeps being viable.
So you don't feel overwhelmed by this shift, hopefully. More like empowered. Exactly. Empowered to work with these changes, not against them. Okay, so let's dive straight in with that case study. It really sets the scene. Mia Zelu.
Right, the AI influencer.
Her recent viral moment was, well, it was something else. She posted these Instagram photos, right, of her supposedly attending Wimbledon.
And they looked incredibly real, like courtside, perfect outfit, holding the Pimm's cup, iconic Wimbledon stuff.
Absolutely iconic. The photorealistic quality was just uncanny. So good, in fact, that a lot of her followers, and she has nearly 200,000, they engaged like crazy.
Over 50,000 likes on that post alone, wasn't it? Which is staggering for someone who doesn't actually exist in the physical world.
It really is staggering. And what gets really interesting, and the sources point this out, is the feeling of it all. It felt deceptive almost, even though she does disclose it.
Well, sort of. Her bio says influencer AI and digital storyteller, so it's there.
It's there, but the post itself, the caption was superhuman-like. Something like, still not over the event, but the party's a whole other game, with tennis emojis and hashtags like hashtag Wimbledon, hashtag tennis life.
Right. It creates this strong illusion of a real person having a real experience. Very curated, very influencery.
And get the comment section on that specific Wimbledon post. Disabled.
Interesting. So you couldn't directly question it right there.
Exactly. You'd think that might dampen engagement, but nope. Didn't stop people liking, sharing, talking about her look elsewhere. It just worked.
Which really makes you wonder, what is it about these AI creations that pulls people in so effectively, even with disclosures, even without comments sometimes?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is. And that nuance you mentioned about the authenticity or maybe the lack of concern about strict authenticity, that's what makes Mia Zelu such a fascinating example for this whole discussion.
So she's not actively lying in the bio.
No, not explicitly pretending to be human there. The content strategy, the captions, the whole vibe, it's absolutely designed to mimic and evoke human experiences, human feelings.
Like those posts you mentioned, the sources highlighted. About burnout or growth.
Exactly. Posts saying things like, it's exhausting, pretending you're okay while you're slowly burning out. Or talking about smiling through messages when everything feels off. That kind of language, it hits a nerve.
Yeah, that's deeply relatable stuff for a lot of people.
It is. And it creates this powerful connection, this sense of shared feeling, even though the person sharing it is code. It shows how good these large language models, the AI behind the text, have become at hitting emotional notes.
So connecting this to the bigger picture then, you're saying her success isn't really about tricking people.
I don't think it's primarily about deception, no. It's much more about the aspiration. The sources are pretty clear on this. Most of the audience doesn't care if she's real. They care if she looks amazing and feels aspirational.
Okay, so it's like high fashion photography or those perfect travel influencer shots. It's selling a dream, an aesthetic.
Precisely. It taps into that same desire. People engage because it represents an ideal, a certain kind of beauty or lifestyle they find appealing. The AI is just the tool creating that aspirational image.
And the tool is getting really good. That photorealism is key.
Oh, absolutely. That uncanny realism comes from seriously sophisticated AI things like advanced GANs, generative adversarial networks, or diffusion models. They learn from massive amounts of real photos to create these new hyper-realistic visuals.
Allowing creators to generate exactly the aesthetic they want super quickly.
And iterate on it, refine it. It's incredibly powerful for building a specific visual brand.
So aspiration over authentication. That's a really key insight. And it's not just Mia operating in isolation, is it? There's more to this manufactured world.
No, not at all. It gets deeper. To build out this whole digital persona, Mia even has an AI-generated sister.
A sister. Seriously.
Yep, Anna Zulu. She has her own Instagram, nearly 300,000 followers, and they interact.
Wow. How does it work?
You see posts like Anna introducing Mia, saying, "Meet my wonderful sister Mia, show her some love," and then Mia comments back, "Love you so much, sis certain."
So they're creating a whole fabricated family dynamic online.
Exactly. It adds layers, makes the persona seem more rounded, more engaging. It enhances that storytelling aspect the sources keep coming back to. Even AI needs a narrative.
It shows that these aren't just static images anymore. They're evolving into interactive, sort of relational characters.
They really are. And companies are leaning into this hard. There's a marketing agency in Barcelona, The Clueless.
I think I read about them. They build these AI influencers from scratch, right?
That's them. They created one called Aitana, again, strikingly realistic young woman persona, nearly 400,000 Instagram followers. And her bio does say, first AI influencer created.
So disclosure again, but still huge engagement.
Huge. And get this, one of the agency's co-founders, Diana Nunez, she shared this amazing anecdote. She said, there were real people, even internationally famous people, who DM'd privately, either inviting her Aitana to an event or wanting to meet her.
Wait, real celebrities DMing an AI influencer to hang out?
Apparently so. It just highlights how convincing and engaging these virtual beings have become. They're crossing that digital boundary, interacting in ways that blur the lines with real human influence and celebrity culture.
Mind-blowing, actually. The commercial potential there is obviously massive.
Undeniably, there's a burgeoning market for these AI personas.
Which brings us right back to that central tension.
Yeah.
If AI can create personas this convincing, this aspirational, that even famous people interact with, then what does that mean for genuine value, for trust? How do platforms like YouTube and creators trying to build something real ensure that content isn't just visually slick, but actually meaningful?
That's the critical question. Because while Mia Zelu is thriving,
YouTube is making moves in the opposite direction, in a way.
exactly, which leads us directly to their evolving policies, their line in the sand.
Right. So we have these AI influencers, like Mia, just crushing it, pulling in hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of eyes. Proof that AI could be incredibly powerful in content creation.
No doubt about that.
But then what does that mean for, the average creator trying to make a living online? Especially when these virtual influencers seem to be attracting massive engagement. And you've got to assume brand deals too.
It's a potential disruption, for sure. A new kind of competition almost.
And while that's happening, YouTube is rolling out what one source called a quiet revolution.
Yeah, I saw that phrasing. It fits. It's not a huge, flashy announcement, but the implications are massive.
Definitely. It's a strategic shift, and it directly hits creators in the wallet, how they can monetize their content. Anyone creating content on YouTube needs to understand this.
Absolutely essential information right now.
So let's break down this upcoming policy. It kicks in July 15, 2025, right?
That's the date they've set.
And it targets specifically videos they classify as mass-produced, repetitious, or inauthentic AI-generated content.
Keywords there. Mass-produced, repetitious, inauthentic.
Now, when this news first dropped, there was, understandably, a bit of panic in the creator community.
Oh, yeah. People were worried it was a blanket ban. Like, uh-oh, I used an AI voiceover. Am I done? Or, I used AI for editing. Is my channel getting demonetized?
Right. The fear was a really broad brushstroke hitting anyone using AI tools at all, regardless of how or why. A lot of anxiety about losing monetization streams.
Which would be devastating for many creators.
But YouTube has since come out with clarifications, trying to calm those initial fears, and this part is crucial.
Yes, they're making it clear it's not about banning AI tools themselves, it's about a very specific kind of content.
The stuff they see as genuinely problematic for the platform.
Exactly. Understanding this distinction is vital if you want to keep earning revenue on YouTube while still using AI, which, let's face it, is becoming integrated into everything.
It really is. So it's about separating thoughtful AI use from, well, digital noise.
Pretty much, or as they call it, AI slop.
Right. So let's define that term, AI slop, based on what YouTube and the sources are saying. What does it actually look like?
Okay, so the examples given are things like videos mainly consisting of stock footage, AI voiceover, low effort. That's a common description.
Right, seen plenty of those. Generic voice, generic images.
Exactly. Or content described as spammy, generic, or soulless. Think maybe AI voiceovers reading Reddit posts over static slideshows, or just churning out videos using stolen stock clips, mashed together algorithmically.
Basically, low-effort algorithmic junk produced in bulk.
That's the heart of it. It's not targeting someone using AI to, say, upscale old footage or generate background music they then customize. It's targeting content where the AI is the content with minimal human input or originality.
Okay, that distinction is super important. And why are they doing this now? What's the motivation from YouTube's perspective?
Two main drivers they mention: viewer fatigue and advertiser distrust.
Let's break those down. Viewer fatigue.
Yeah, think about it from the user side. If your feed is constantly filled with repetitive, generic, low-quality videos that all sound and look the same, you get tired of it.
You tune out, you spend less time on the platform, maybe you leave.
Precisely. It degrades the user experience, which is ultimately bad for YouTube's business. They need people to want to watch.
Okay, makes sense. And advertiser distrust.
This is huge for YouTube's revenue model. Advertisers pay good money to place their ads. They don't want those ads running on spammy, potentially nonsensical, or just plain, boring, low engagement content.
It makes their brand look bad and the ads are less effective.
Exactly. So if advertisers lose trust that YouTube is a quality environment, they'll pull their ad spend. That directly hurts YouTube and, by extension, the creators who rely on that ad revenue.
So this policy is really a strategic move to protect the whole ecosystem. Keep viewers happy, keep advertisers confident.
That's the goal. Preserve the quality of the platform, ensure it remains a valuable place for both viewers and advertisers. It's about long-term health.
Okay, but what about the gray areas? Like creators who reuse clips for commentary or reaction videos. That's always been a bit fuzzy with monetization, and AI seems to complicate it further. Did YouTube address that?
Yes, thankfully they did, because that was a major worry. It's really important to understand their stance on reused content in this context.
So what's the official word?
According to YouTube's editorial head, Renee Ritchie, these AI-related changes are actually just a minor update to their existing monetization policies.
Okay, so not totally new rules.
He emphasizes that content considered mass-produced or repetitive has technically been ineligible for monetization for years. This isn't a brand new concept just for AI.
So they're just clarifying or maybe enforcing existing rules more strictly now that AI makes mass production easier.
That seems to be the gist. And a new support document from YouTube explicitly states there are no changes to our reused content policies. Those are the policies that cover things like commentary, critique, reaction videos, educational content using clips.
So creators adding significant original commentary, transforming the material, adding educational value, or their unique perspective, they should be okay.
Largely, yes, provided they're adding that transformative value and meeting all the other requirements like community guidelines, copyright, etc. The human effort, the unique contribution, has to be clear.
That's a relief for many, I bet.
Definitely. YouTube is drawing a clear line here. Legit AI content with original value is still welcome. And crucially, using AI to improve content is still eligible if it meets all other policy requirements.
Okay, so using AI for smart editing, for analyzing audience data, for generating complex visuals as part of an original idea, maybe even for helping draft a script that you then completely rewrite and perform. That's all good.
That's the message. It's all fine. The crackdown isn't on innovation or using powerful tools. It's on mediocrity and shortcuts.
It's about stopping people from using AI to just skip the actual work of creation.
Exactly. Bypassing genuine human effort, creativity, and adding unique value. That's the target.
Which, as you said, raises that really critical question for everyone creating online.
What is the difference? Where is that line between high effort valuable AI assistance and low-effort slop that's just gaming the system.
Understanding that line, that's the blueprint for creators moving forward, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Nailing that distinction is key to continued success and monetization.
And that's exactly where we need to zoom in now. Because, look, if you're a creator listening to this isn't just some abstract policy discussion. This directly impacts your ability to earn a living online.
It's bread and butter stuff for many.
Totally. YouTube's policy isn't just a guideline. You called it a quiet revolution. Another source called it a warning shot. It signals a fundamental shift in the online content game.
The landscape is changing, no doubt.
The era of just churning out low-effort, AI-generated stuff, hoping for quick views and ad money, that seems to be officially drawing to a close.
The platforms are pushing back.
So to avoid getting demonetized, to keep making money on YouTube and likely other platforms soon, creators have to adapt. You can't just keep doing the same old thing if that thing relied on these kinds of shortcuts.
Proactive adaptation is key, not waiting until the revenue dries up.
Right. And the good news is, the sources we looked at actually provide a pretty clear blueprint. 3 essential takeaways, really, that form a strategy for thriving in this AI era.
And it's not about abandoning AI, is it?
Not at all. It's about using it smarter, using it with intention, with intelligence to make your work better, not just easier in a lazy way.
Okay, let's break down that blueprint. What's the first pillar?
Pillar number 1, and maybe the most important, storytelling wins, always.
Back to narrative.
Exactly. Think about Mia Zilo again. Why did she resonate? It wasn't just the amazing pictures. The sources say her aesthetic is consistent and intentional. She tells a story, projects a brand.
Right, there's a coherence there.
So why is that storytelling aspect even more critical when AI is involved? Whether you're using an AI persona or just AI tools.
Well, the core message here is that your AI model isn't just a visual, she's a brand. Or even if you're just using AI tools, the output needs to serve a larger narrative purpose.
So he needs a point of view, a consistent style.
Absolutely. Without a story, without that connecting thread, even the most technically brilliant AI image or video clip is just data. It's forgettable. Think about the creators or brands you really follow. They have a voice, right? A style, a recurring theme.
Yeah, you know what to expect, what they stand for in a way.
Precisely. So for AI-assisted content, this might mean showing some behind the scenes, how you crafted the prompts, how the AI helped you achieve a specific vision. But more fundamentally, it means adding storytelling layers.
What do you mean by layers?
It means thinking beyond just the surface. What's the underlying message? What world are you building? What character arc, if any, exists? What feeling are you trying to evoke consistently? It's that human act of crafting a narrative that gives AI-generated elements meaning and transforms potential slop into something compelling. It's the soul.
The story is the soul, even if AI helps build the body. I like that. Okay, that leads perfectly into the second pillar. If you're using AI, say something.
Meaning, add your own unique input. Don't let the tool do all the talking.
Exactly. This feels like the core difference between leveraging AI effectively and just letting it generate content for you. How does a creator practically do this? How do you inject your POV, your voice, and avoid that slop category?
It's fundamental. AI should be your co-pilot and maybe your superpowered assistant, but you need to be the director, the artist. The sources put it bluntly. Don't let the tool be the entire message.
So don't just take the first thing the AI spits out and publish it.
Definitely not. You have to add structure, add feeling, add POV. If the final product feels generic, spammy, mass-produced, it's likely going to fall foul of these policies no matter how technically sound the AI was.
So the focus shifts to the human element.
Absolutely. The emphasis is on adding clear human editing, emotion, and value. This means your unique perspective, your creative choices, your curation, your personal touch. It all has to be undeniable in the final piece.
So maybe AI generates 5 script ideas, but you choose one, rewrite it heavily, inject your humor, your experiences, and perform it your way.
Perfect example. AI might provide raw material, possibilities, efficiencies, but it's the human creator who refines, curates, edits, and breathes life and personality into it. It's a collaboration where the human leads creatively. That's how you create something valuable, not just generated.
AI is collaborator, not replacement creative director. Got it. Okay, pillar number 3. This one sounds a bit harsh, but probably necessary. Adapt or fade. Yeah, that one's pretty direct, but the sources suggest it's the reality.
What's the bigger picture here? How urgent is this message for creators right now?
The urgency is high. The sources warn that YouTube's policy is just the beginning. This isn't likely to be a one-off.
You think other platforms will follow suit? It's highly probable. The sources suggest more platforms will require human-level context and engagement. The whole digital content space is maturing, and the tolerance for low-effort automated spam is decreasing everywhere.
So just hitting generate and upload isn't a sustainable strategy anymore.
Definitely not. The sources warn creators quite starkly. If you're still just uploading auto-generated videos with no sauce, no style, and no substance, baby, you're building a ghost town, not a brand.
Ouch. But clear, it's not just about monetization, it's about relevance.
Exactly. You risk becoming invisible in a sea of noise, so the call to action is urgent and clear. Unless you pivot to original value-rich formats, you'll soon see earnings dry up.
So what does pivoting look like?
It means constantly evaluating your process, being willing to learn new skills, maybe better prompt engineering, maybe learning how to blend AI visual seamlessly with your own footage, maybe focusing more on the scripting and editing after the AI has done its part. It means fundamentally shifting focus from quantity and automation to quality and intention.
Being agile, basically, staying ahead of the curve.
That's the name of the game right now. Being thoughtful and forward-thinking about how you create and how you monetize that creation. And if we connect all this back to the bigger picture, for anyone building actual AI models as characters or brands deeply integrating AI, these platform shifts have really profound implications, especially for monetization and growth.
How so? It's not just about avoiding slop for them.
It goes deeper. Take the whole engagement versus ethics tightrope they have to walk. Sure, a hyper-realistic AI influencer like Mia Zelu drives huge engagement, gets eyeballs. That's commercially valuable. But it also inherently courts controversy. There's a risk of credibility loss if people feel deceived, or even potential regulatory scrutiny down the line if things aren't handled transparently.
So brands need to be careful how they play this.
Extremely careful. Just having a realistic AI isn't enough. The blueprint suggests using them judiciously. Maybe supplement the AI's aspirational content with real human interaction from the brand, or be super clear about the AI's nature and its limitations.
Building long-term trust is more valuable than a quick viral hit based on ambiguity.
Exactly. You need that genuine connection, or at least transparency, for sustainable brand loyalty and ultimately reliable monetization, whether it's through ads around the content or direct brand association.
And the platforms themselves, like YouTube, they're kind of pushing this direction with their policies, aren't they? Linking ad revenue to originality.
Precisely. This policy shift isn't just about cleaning house. It's about reinforcing platform incentives. YouTube needs advertisers to trust the platform. By demanding originality and value, they're pushing creators to innovate beyond synthetic voices or templated visuals.
It forces creators to up their game if they want that ad revenue.
Right. It creates a healthier ecosystem for advertisers, which means they keep spending money on the platform, which benefits creators who are delivering quality. It's a quality control mechanism tied directly to the money flow. It incentivizes real creative effort and smart AI use, not just automation.
A marketplace where quality is rewarded.
Hopefully, yes. And this pressure then flows back to the AI developers themselves. It forces model evolution.
Meaning the AI itself has to get better.
Better in specific ways. It's not just about making prettier pictures anymore. The demand now is for AI trained on emotional depth, narrative coherence, and brand alignment.
Wow. So AI that can generate more compelling stories, understand, and maybe even express nuanced emotion more convincingly.
Exactly. Or AI that can consistently embody a specific brand's voice and values across different types of content. The future of AI influence isn't just looking real. It's about feeling authentic, acting consistently within a narrative, and contributing meaningfully to a brand's story.
That demands a whole new level of sophistication from the AI tech itself.
It really does. It's pushing the boundaries of AI creativity.
Which brings us back to that crucial balancing act for everyone involved.
Yeah, how do you leverage the amazing efficiency and power of AI?
Without losing that essential human touch, that genuine connection, that verifiable value that audiences crave and platforms are now demanding for monetization.
Especially as the tech gets even better and easier to access, mastering that balance is the challenge, and likely the key to future success and earnings online.
Okay, so let's try and synthesize all this. What does it really mean for you listening right now, whether you're deep in content creation, managing a brand, or just trying to make sense of your online feeds?
It's a lot to take in.
It is. But the story of Mia Zelu, this captivating AI phenomenon, alongside YouTube drawing this firm line against AI slop, They seem to point to one really powerful truth, I think.
Which is,
AI isn't really here to replace creators. It's here to replace shortcuts.
ooh, I like that framing. It's replacing the lazy way, not the creator themselves.
Exactly. That initial shine that Colossus AI can produce so easily. It's attention-grabbing, sure, and it's a powerful tool in the right hands.
But it's not the whole picture.
Not at all. Strategy, real creative strategy, that's what wins in the long game. Building with intention, pouring your unique voice, your perspective into the work, whether AI helped you along the way or not, that's what truly matters.
That's the difference between a fleeting viral moment and a sustainable, monetizable brand or channel.
Right. It's the difference between temporary views and real loyalty. And crucially now, the difference between content that makes money and content that gets flagged as slop.
Build something with substance.
Precisely. So here's a little challenge for you this week. Something to think about, maybe explore on your own as you navigate all this.
Okay, let's hear it.
The next time you're working on a piece of content that uses AI, or even just when you're scrolling online consuming stuff, pause for a second
Uh-huh.
and ask yourself honestly, if I didn't know the backstory, if I didn't know AI was involved, would I actually follow this? Would I trust this brand? Does this feel like it has, well, a human soul behind it, or is it just noise?
That's a good gut check. A really good one.
And if the answer is no, or even just maybe not, take that as your cue. Go back. Add more you. Add more story, more feeling, more of your unique point of view. Inject that human element.
Elevate, don't just automate.
That's it perfectly. Remember, use these incredible tools to elevate your craft, amplify your voice, push your own creative boundaries. But don't use them to try and escape the essential, valuable work of actually creating something meaningful.
Stay bold, stay intentional.
And keep building. Thanks for diving in with us today.
Great discussion, lots to think about.